Millionaire whales gobble up 90,000 Bitcoin over past 25 days. Bitcoin whales are stocking up, with millionaire addresses accumulating around 90,000 Bitcoin worth $367 billion over the past 25 days. The accumulation was identified by crypto market data aggregator Sentiment, which identified that wallets holding between 110,000 BTC, described by Sentiment as millionaire tier addresses, are now the largest segment of Bitcoin hodlers and currently account for 48.7% of Bitcoin supply. The recent buying spree places the millionaire addresses at a 7-week high for the number of Bitcoin held, with the addresses representing more than 9.11 million BTC, down just a couple of percent from their mid-April high. Hashtag Bitcoin addresses holding between $100 to $10,000 BTC have accumulated 90,000 more $BTC in the last 25 days. They now hold a 7-week high of 9.11 meters $BTC, currently worth a total of $366.89 billion at this time, and 48.7% of the total hashtag Bitcoin supply. https://d.co/5b2kmo2lgpic.twitter.com/ajazdlf3 Sentiment, at Sentiment feed, June 16, 2021. Miners also appear to be accumulating BTC, with on-chain analytics provider, Glassnode, identifying that weekly Bitcoin outflows from miner addresses have slumped to a 5-month low of roughly $1.7 million on June 16. Related, listed companies, trusts and DTPS now control almost 7% of the Bitcoin supply. Looking at the opposite end of the scale from Whales, Glassnode noted the share of supply represented by addresses holding less than 1 Bitcoin has doubled since December 2017 to comprise roughly 5% of Bitcoin's market cap. The response of the little guide to the evolution of hashtag Bitcoin as an asset can be seen in the supply distribution. Entities with live chart, https://d.co/ujx9pic.twitter.com gu5a6imgbu. Glassnode, at Glassnode, June 16, 2021. While many whales and miners appear to be hodling their coins in expectation of higher prices, Transaction Monitor Whale Alert has identified 2 transfers of roughly 5,000 BTC or $200 million each destined for Coinbase since June 14, suggesting at least some large investors are looking to trade their Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, BTC, whale accumulation continues. Millionaire tier holds 50% of total supply. Over the last month, the BTC whales have been heavily squeezing the supplies and now control 50% of the Bitcoin market cap. The rate of Bitcoins maturing with long-term holders, LTHs, has accelerated over the last month, before its recent move above $40,000. Bitcoin, BTC, has been consolidating for a while in the $30,000 range, while many retail investors remain skeptical over the last few weeks. The BTC whales have been squeezing the supply silently. As per data on Sentiment, Bitcoin millionaire tier addresses holding between 110,000 BTC have added a massive 90,000 Bitcoins just within the last 25 days. The Bitcoin holdings of this category of whales have reached a 7-month high, taking the total holdings to 9.11 million. These Bitcoin whales hold around 50% of the total Bitcoin supply, worth a massive $370 billion. On the other hand, data from Glassnode shows that long-term holders, LTHs, continue to hold their Bitcoin supplies tightly. These long-term holders include buyers who purchased BTC 155 days before or before the 10th of January, 2021. Thus, the rate of coins maturing during this time frame has accelerated. It means that large quantities of the BTC with the long-term holders were purchased in the early bull and remained unspent. The existing rate of maturation, that is LTH, is holding for more than 155 days, has shot up 100% to above $400 K month. Global economic macros supporting Bitcoin accumulation. Several hedge funds and billionaire investors are increasingly looking at Bitcoin with respect to the current macroeconomic outlook. Recently, Billionaire Paul Tudor Jones said that he holds 5% of his portfolio in Bitcoin. The billionaire is keen on further increasing his holdings if the Federal Reserve doesn't act upon the rising inflation and consumer prices. Tudor Jones said, "If they treat them with nonchalance, I think it's just a green light to bet heavily on every inflation trade. If they say, we're on the path, things are good, then I would just go all in on the inflation trades. I'd probably buy commodities, buy crypto, buy gold." Moreover, as per the recent survey from Intertrust Global, traditional hedge funds are willing to increase their BTC exposure over the next 5 years. It looks like the confidence for Bitcoin as a hedge asset among traditional investors is brewing up fast. Intertrust Global surveyed the CFOs of nearly 100 hedge funds, of which 98% showed interest in investing 7.2% of the total assets.